What do you think about shifting gears for a second here? If you look at the what we would call kind of the tech monopolies, the content platforms like the YouTubes of the world. You could also put other more social media like TikTok and Instagram and these other kind of content platforms in. Amazon owns Twitch, right? I mean, what we see and what we talk a lot about on the show is kind of this convergence. You see all these kind of content platform tech monopolies that have the dirty word in the media industry called user-generated content, trying to invest in that premium kind of studio production quality content. And you've seen just about all of those players get into it in a very real way. But at the same time, you don't really see the traditional players, Netflix included, from Netflix to Disney and all those on down the chain, kind of crossing the chasm in the other direction. How do you see a convergence? Do you see kind of the tech / now content players and the more traditional content players, which is where I would include Netflix as well, right? But they've been able to advance their own kind of technology ahead of the other studios. What do you see the future of that look like? I know, very broad question, but curious how you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's something that I spend a lot of time thinking about today. And I start from the point of just how much content there is today and how much is being produced every day. And I include, user generated as well as scripted and, kind of series and movies. See a bunch of things happening. The ability to, or the desire to watch long content is declining rapidly. People aren't ready to sit down for a 2-hour movie very often anymore. And even 30-minute episodes are getting too long. And the 2-3 minute, 1 minute, 15-second TikToks, the 10-minute YouTube clips are becoming kind of what people really want. People's attention span is getting shorter and shorter. At the same time, they want fully developed stories. They want to fall in love with characters and they want a continuation. So they just don't want to see a 2-minute clip and then never see that character again. Companies like TikTok are hiring former Netflix executives in their strategy teams.
Were you bullish on Quibi?
I know because Quibi was kind of, taking out of the hands of the consumer what was being presented. It was kind of the same, it was the same thing like Netflix, because they were deciding what to buy and what to show rather than the consumer, even though there was a little bit of a voting, and always there's a demand driving issue there. But I think they put the cart before the horse. They just poured a bunch of money into it. I love the user generated content. To me, that's the future. And it's almost like scripted versus unscripted battle. The battle 10, 20 years ago was, oh my God, the creative community is never going to come back because it's all unscripted, game shows and, challenge shows and stuff. So I think what's happening is both sides are going to realize there's a place, for Netflix, exclusive creative series. There's a place for user generated. The user generated companies are going to teach their creators how to create longer stories, in 1-minute bites. And I think over time, series are going to, made by Netflix and others, are going to be told in a way that makes you think they were user generated. And so I think the two are going to get closer and closer. And especially as younger people, the Gen Z start to take over even more of the consumption and spending, I think that will happen faster. So what excites me from a technology standpoint is, how do you find, amongst these billions of pieces of content, how do you find something you're going to enjoy rather than just randomly finding it because of some algorithm that TikTok or Netflix presents. And those are the companies that I think are the most fascinating, the ones that are dissecting entertainment in a kind of a genomic way, kind of like Pandora did for music, and help people because when I go to Netflix today, I keep seeing the same things. It's too hard to discover new stuff. And I think companies, there's one called Catch Media that's out there that is, it's founded by one of the guys who wrote the Pandora music genome. And it's companies like that that are going to help people discover, not just see good stuff, but discover new stuff they wouldn't have thought about.
Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, but even better, make sure to follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Rumble, and text us 203-646-5159. Text the word Monopoly. You'll be subscribed. You'll get updates about when we're going live, our latest videos, and we'll send you even a little goodie bag. And in the event that we all get banned from big tech, we'll still be connected.